Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'll be going over my Sephora recommendations, and at the very end I'll be going over what's in my wish list for this Sephora VIB sale. So yeah, let's just go ahead and jump on it. I'm gonna go ahead and move over so I can go ahead and insert photos for you guys to see what I'm talking about. So if I don't have the products directly in front of me, so that's what we're gonna go ahead and do.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.
Okay, so starting out, I'm going to do it in the order that I would apply my face. I'm not wearing any, I'm wearing my pajamas. I just thought this would be a really fun layback video for today. It's something I wouldn't have to wear my makeup, so I can just talk about the products that I love and use, you know, all the time. So starting out, I probably should have organized these things before. I thought I did. But starting out with what I would begin my face with is moisturizer and skincare. So I would, like, my favorite moisturizer ever is this Clinique Moisture Surge 72 hours. They did come out with a new one that's like 100 hours or whatever. I have not tried that one yet, but I'm a huge fan of this Clinique one. This is the one I keep on my vanity at all times, and I do have another one for my bathroom. So it is hands down one of my favorite moisturizers. It's really like a lightweight gel, so it's a super light consistency. It goes really well under makeup, so that's why I love it so much. Moving on to the next item. This is kind of like a 2-in-1. This is a Smashbox Photo Finish Primerizer, primer and moisturizer in one. This is hands down one of my favorite primers of all time. Honestly, I feel like it does more for my skin than priming my skin for makeup, but that's kind of what I love though, because when you have a good skin base and a good moisturized plump, you know, skin, your makeup lays better on it even without a primer, or normally a primer. But this is kind of like that perfect 2-in-1. I do feel like I see a difference. Like, look how much I have. Like, look how much I've used. Like, it's like to here now. Ignore my broken nail that happened today at work, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm still waiting to try and get some time in with my nail girl. But yeah, I love this. It's one of my hands-down favorite. You've heard me talk about it, I'm sure, multiple times. Next primer. This is another Smashbox. Smashbox makes really good primers. The only one I hate is the original silver tube one. Like, this is the blue one. They have like a bronze one. They have like a different variety of colors. A purple one for pore filling. I personally like the pore filling one as well. The bronzing one I've heard is really good. I've never tried that one. I know I have tried the original silver packaging one, and I hate that one. It makes me break out, and it's very silicone and slippery, and I just feel like my makeup like breaks off with that one. But this one, this is the Oil and Shine Control primer, and I feel like it is very oil controlling and mattifying. So yeah, I do feel like it does what it says. It is a little pricey, but I mean, all Smashbox primers are pricey, but I think they're worth it, and at a sale, why not? So next up, foundations. So I have a few foundations, I think. Okay, yeah. Foundation. So this is the Estee Lauder Stay in Place. I know this is a really old one, but it's just a good, consistent, like timeless foundation. It's been around for so long for a reason. It's just a good, nice foundation. I wouldn't call this full floor coverage, but it's definitely like high medium for sure. I just really like this one. Like, the undertones are really good for me, and I don't know, it's just really long lasting. I love it. So that's that. Another foundation. This one's way more sheer, but I do like love how soft and like, I don't know, like I feel like it makes my skin look and feel really soft and flawless. This is the Dior Backstage Face and Body. So I like to, like, the undertone is really perfect for me too, so I like to mix this one as well with other foundations when the undertone is a little bit off. It by itself is just like, to me, it reminds me of like a skin tint. It is very, very, very sheer coverage, but this is about as sheer as I ever want to go. This is something I really like to use when my skin is really cleared up and I don't have a lot of the hyperpigmentation and the redness going on. Right now it's kind of fading, which is lovely, and so hopefully I'll be able to go ahead and use this. When I have more hyperpigmentation, obviously I wouldn't turn to this because I would do like a little bit more coverage for when my skin is kind of breaking out and having those difficult moments. So yeah, I love this. It is really nice though. It's a nice like different change to what I normally use. Okay, next up is concealer. So two of my favorite concealers are Born This Way by Too Faced. This is the multi-sculpting concealer. As you can tell, I've used quite a bit. This normally lays down in my drawer like this. So as you can tell, it's very, very loved. I'm almost like halfway through it. That's insane. I get mine in the shade Vanilla. The undertone is a little bit off, but I can make it work. So, you know, love it. Full coverage. Like mattifying but not drying, so it's like that perfect like balance of like a velvet soft matte. So I love that. This is a new favorite. This is the Kaja Don't Settle concealer. This one is sort of like okay, so this one's like way more full coverage and this one's more like medium coverage. So the same thing, same formula, same consistency, except this one's a lot more lightweight. You can't feel this one. It feels like a lightweight water, like when it goes on and it blends out, and you can't even feel it. It's so light, and I love that. But it has like a nice medium coverage, good for every day. I love this concealer. It's amazing. I love it. Next up would be powder. So oh wait, no, I got one more concealer. This is a spot concealer though. This is the NARS, you guys already know. Soft matte. This is an oldie but a goodie. This is really, really nice for when I do have the extreme redness going on, like I don't have right now, but sometimes I have like a really bad red, you know, like almost purple, you know, pimple going on. And this is very, very, very full coverage, and you only need a tiny amount. I've used this a lot and you can barely see a little dip into it. Like it's like a very microscopic dip in there. You probably can't see, but it's tiny. A tiny amount goes a long way. I love it. You can use this under the eyes. I tried it under the eyes and I was actually pleasantly surprised. It's still a little heavy, like you can feel it on there. That's why I don't use it for under the eyes, but it doesn't look bad at all under the eyes. So I was quite surprised. I was expecting it to kind of go bad, or you know, kind of go south with it under my eyes, but it actually worked very, very nicely. So pleasantly surprised. Okay. Now, finally, powder. So one of my favorite powders ever, I don't have it out right now, I think I used it up, is the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. That is my holy grail favorite powder of all time. No matter how many times I try to find a dupe or something to replace it with, I cannot. It's my favorite. I love it. But other powders kind of come close enough that I'm okay with that. So one of those, this one's like honestly up there. It is the Sephora Micro Smooth. It's like a baked powder. So this one is in the shade medium for me, and I love this powder. It's like mattifying but not drying. So this is like, so my Laura Mercier is a little more dry, like matte, and it'll like keep me matte all day. This one is like almost that, but this one won't give me that like matte look. It'll give me like that medium velvet matte. It's like a little step down. It's not super drying. It's not super matte. So if you feel like the Laura Mercier powder is way too dry for you, I really, really recommend the Sephora Micro Smooth Baked one, because it really does mattify and keep like, and set your makeup and keep it like long lasting and all that, but without making it super duper dry, which I love. But sometimes I like Laura Mercier, like I have really, really bad oils, and that is like this most potent powder of all time. This one is really, really close though. Another one I like that just adds a little more coverage. I like this for a setting powder, but it is a little like, I don't want to say cakey. I feel like the cakey isn't the right word. This is the Makeup Forever blurring powder foundation. So I guess it's the powder foundation. It's not meant to be used as the setting powder, but that's how I use it. I don't ever go into a like powder to, okay, this is a new one because I had initially gotten my wrong shade, and where is the other one? I thought I grabbed it. This is a brand new one because I haven't used the one that's in my shade yet because I haven't been doing my makeup a lot. But I do have another one that was my wrong shade, and I was using that one. I really did enjoy it. This powder is so good. It just adds a little more coverage. So, you know, if I feel like the Dior didn't give me enough coverage, I can just go over it with a little bit of this, and it just gives me just a little bit more coverage, and it helps so much just to tone things down. And I love that. Sometimes you want translucent, sometimes you want a little more coverage. So I love that gives me that. It does look a little more dry and mattifying, but I just go over it with a nice setting powder and it's fine. And you know, it doesn't look powdery at all. So everything has a nice fix. Nothing about makeup is permanent, at least. Okay, so for my next steps, I would normally bronze at this point. Ooh, I probably would have bronzed before. I would have cream bronzed before doing my powder. But anyways, let's just do bronzer. Let's start out with cream bronzer. So these two, these are my holy grails. I love these. This is the Milk Makeup Baked shade. This is a matte bronzer, matte stick bronzer. Love this. This is one of my favorites. I would suggest getting the mini. This one's so huge. I feel like the shape of the mini would even be easier to get more precision like lines when you draw it on. Sometimes I just use a brush and I just like stipple it on here and then I do it that way. Kind of like a cream bronzer would. And then this is my Tarte Seychelles bronzer. Like, it's really well loved. You only need a tiny amount. I love this. This is only a mini. I'm debating whether or not picking up the full size. I told myself I'm done buying backups of things, but this is my favorite cream bronzer, and this is only a mini, and I already have a little bit of a dip going. I haven't hit pan yet, so part of me wants to wait until I hit pan on it. Like maybe I'll hit pan by the next Sephora sale in, you know, in December, I believe, or November, December, back then when they do that sale. But I don't know, part of me is like, if they discontinue this and I didn't buy one, I'm gonna be so angry. I'm gonna be so mad at myself because I love this one. It's so good. So good. And then again, so good. The milk one. Okay, now for powder bronzer, one of my favorites is the Fenty bronzer. This is in the shade Shady Biz. This is the little, I have a mini because it came in a little set with a little stick. I did not like the stick bronzer thing. It had like shimmer in it, and I'm not into a lot of shimmery bronzers. I'm sorry that a lot of these products are older, other than the, you know, Tarte one. But I feel like at Sephora, I just get my classic and my favorites, you know, when I run out of things and stuff like that. I just grab my goodies that I know I love already. Very rarely do I get new things from Sephora. Usually, like if Ulta doesn't have it, I'll get it at Sephora, but I'm such an Ulta stan, you know, I'm all about Ulta. I feel like the reward system is so much better. But I know like Fenty's only carried at Sephora, so I have to get them from Sephora or their website, which I do sometimes as well. But this is a shade Shady Biz. It's very well loved. You can't even see the FB anymore. It's so faded, but I do really love this one. I've just been into cream bronzers a lot more, but that is a favorite. Now for blush, I have a few blushes because I'm a blush girl. One of my favorites is She's So LA from Project Ta. Excuse my dirty packaging, but this is so beautiful. Oh my goodness, let me get this open. Look at that. I have not used the cream, but I just love this one. Like, I know it doesn't look that bad, but trust me, I've used this. This is very pigmented. And I love the She's So LA. It's like a bronzy nude terracotta. It's just such a beautiful shade. I need to really try the like cream shade. I don't know why I haven't tried it, even though I'm such a like cream blush stan. I just think it's like the packaging that they're packaged together. I know this is gonna sound weird, but I think I would have been more inclined to use them if they're in separate packaging. And I don't know why. I think maybe it's just like I'm nervous of like mixing them or something. Even though it does have the cap, but when you go into dip into this one, it has to be open, obviously, and you can kind of mix it in. But anyways, I'm just complaining. I don't know why I haven't dipped into this, even though I love cream blush. But I do love, absolutely, like, obsessed with this shade right here, the matte shade as well. So, or it's not matte, but it's a powder formula. Love it. It's beautiful. Now, some of my other ones that I love are these Bare Minerals Bounce and Blur These were, I feel like, again, older products, but I don't know. I feel like enough people, like there's not enough people talking about these. I love these. I love these. These are so, so nice. This is the shade Coral Cloud. It's definitely more of a pinky peach. Like it looks more peach in the packaging, but it's more pink on the cheeks. And the other one is Blurred Bluff. This one is more of like a bronzy terracotta shade. It looks very brown in the packaging, but it's actually kind of more blushy on your cheeks. So I do love that. Love these. I think these are so, so nice. They're very creamy. They're like, I don't want to say they're like a cream to powder, but they do have a little bit of like a wetness to them. I don't know how to explain it. They're definitely creamy and like very marshmallow texture. Very interesting formula. I love them though. For highlight, I only have one recommendation. This is the Flex highlighter from Milk Makeup. You can't really see the logo. It's very, very pretty. I love the packaging. I love white packaging. Again, this is the shade Iced. Oh my gosh. I don't know if you guys can see that, but oh my goodness, look how beautiful that is. And I'm like playing it down, but this is so, so pretty. I'm just going to build it up a little bit so you guys can see it better. I don't know, I'm like so bad at swatching, but it is, I don't know how to explain it. It's beautiful. It is absolutely insane. I was about to just show you one of the highlighters, but I got to show you another one. So another one of my favorite highlighters of all time, I forgot to mention, is this. Okay, so this is a mini. This is the Fenty Beauty Hustler Baby highlighter. Oh my gosh, I just wiped off my Iced. And this is the shade, oh, I just said it, Hustler Baby. Oh my gosh. Guys, this is like a perfect pinky peach rose gold. It's so, so beautiful. Honestly, on my light to medium skin tone, like my light medium skin tone, it is literally my most perfect shade ever. I honestly think this goes with everything. It's so flattering on me. It just, oh. Like, this is probably hands down, this Fenty Hustler Baby, my most beautiful, perfect shade of all time. I'm serious. Not even like the finish of it, like the tone and shade, it's so beautiful on me. It's upside down. I have not been able to find anything that I love anywhere close to this. This is amazing. I love it. I'm obsessed. So, I have a bunch of these backups. I have like 2 of the full size that has like the 2 shades, and I have like another mini. This is like my second mini, by the way. So I have a 3rd backup mini. I guess I used one up. This is my second. I have another backup of the mini, and then I have 2 of the full size because this is my favorite shade of all time. It's just so, so beautiful. Insanely gorgeous. Okay. And then let's just go through lip products. I only have 1 lip product to recommend. These are gonna go, Becca's going out of business, and they have a really, really amazing lipsticks. So I know Ulta had them on sale. I don't know if Sephora also has them on sale. Either way, during the Sephora, I was gonna say Victoria's Secret. During the Sephora VIP sale, you can go ahead and pick up some of these if there's any left. I have the shades Taupe. I have the Mika and Chloe collection ones. I thought those were amazing shades. I only got like 1 of the red ones and like 2 and both nude ones because I'm such a nude girl. But I have the shade Taupe. I got more shades the other day at Ulta because they were on sale. They're just so, so, so amazing. Such a creamy formula. They're definitely more creamy. They don't have like a matte formula, I don't believe. I think these are definitely all just like a cream formula lipstick. Very, very comfortable, very beautiful and long lasting. The last thing I want to talk about, I don't have other products other than the eyeshadows I'm about to talk about because I think mascaras and eyebrow products, the drugstore is where it's at. I would not pay high-end dollar. I mean, sometimes I would. Well, I mean, I'm going to get into that like later, but I wouldn't pay, I normally wouldn't pay high-end dollar for mascaras or liners or I'm sorry, the liquid liners. I'm going to talk about these in a second. But liquid liners and all those other kind of products I did not mention, or brow products, I'm sorry, liners and brow products and stuff like that. I think the drugstore just does such a fantastic job at those products that I really don't think I recommend those. One thing about Urban Decay though, their pencil liners I do really love because just of the colors and the variety. I know like ColourPop makes a really good formula, but something about these that I love is that the color variation, the availability, the ColourPop ones always sell out. They're not always in stock. You have a ton of variety with these, and honestly I feel like these are a little like obviously better, longer lasting than the ColourPop ones. I think these stay on my waterline a lot better than the ColourPop ones. I feel like the ColourPop ones kind of fade on my eyes after a few hours. These like will last all day and I love them. So just wanted to go ahead and mention that. Oh, lastly, before I get into the palettes again, because the palettes are a little bit of a stack, the Urban Decay All Nighter. This is what I use to set my whole face. You know, some people believe setting spray does nothing. I am not one of those people. I can totally tell a difference in my makeup at the end of the day if I did not use this. If I forgot to use it, I will be like in a mirror like, what happened? Why is my makeup fading like this? Normally it would be better at this point, you know, at like 8-10 hours in, and it's probably like I know, and then I'll remember, I'm like, oh, I forgot to set my face. Oh, I forgot to set my face, because I do that all the time. I forget to set my face, and of course I will be paying for it later. This is, in my opinion, the best setting spray I have ever used. Ever used. It's amazing. I love it. A close second is definitely the MAC matte one. So, but that one's more of like a primer everything spray. So, and they don't sell MAC at Sephora. So, okay, now for the eyeshadow palettes. We're just gonna go ahead and zoom through these. So obviously the Anastasia Soft Glam. This is one of my favorite palettes of all time. It's a nice, neutral, safe palette. I love it. It's amazing. The formula is the one we know and love from always. Anastasia Beverly Hills. Amazing, amazing quality. The next one is I feel like the one I stopped using this palette because I bought this one. So this is the Dominique Cosmetics Latte palette. This is, I just love this. The mattes in here are amazing. They're just like my perfect everyday standard neutral like eye look for me. These are like warm neutrals. I love them. Look how dipped in this one. You can't even, I don't even think you can tell. This shade is so bad, this one. It's like so, you can't even tell. It's like so dipped in. Oh my gosh, more than any shade, because the shade Caramel is a dupe for my favorite shade in the Soft Glam one. It's like, where is it? Okay, right. Oh, there it is. Let me see if I can get it. Oh gosh, it's a shade for this one. This orangey one right here. I don't want to dig my nail into it, but this lower one, burnt orange, and these two are like the perfect dupes for each other on my eyes. So yeah, so it basically replaced the other one, but this one does have a little bit more of like versatility, and it has more of the reds and the black. So I do love that about that. Oh, and I love the shimmers in the Soft Glam more. The Dominique Cosmetics one, I just love the mattes, like this row, and I like these, you know, so I love these. I like these, the shimmers. I've never used the blue or the purple. That's just me, but I still love it. The next one I want to talk about is Supreme Nudes by Artist Couture. This is such a beautiful palette. Oh my god. The formula is incredible. You only need a tiny, tiny amount of this, and you're good. You don't need a lot. Like a little bit goes a long way. It's such a beautiful formula. The color story, I know, is very neutral, same old, but there's something about the formula and this product. It's so easy to use and just fun, and you feel a little bit different, a little bit bougie. I love the packaging, so slim, so nice. Love it. Lastly, okay, I recommend this palette, but only if you're really gonna use it. Be honest with yourself. I love these shades. I love these shades. I think they're so, so beautiful. This is the Natasha Denona Bronze palette. I think this is amazing. I know that Alter Ego came out with a dupe, so if it's not in your budget and you just want to play around with these colors, I definitely recommend going with the Alter Ego one. I'm trying to remember what it's called, but I think it's, I don't remember what it's called, but Alter Ego did come out with a dupe with this one that for like $16, which is a great deal. But the shimmers, I'm not the shimmers. The shimmers are not as impactful as these, and then the mattes aren't as pigmented as these. But you can definitely build it up to get it. You can spray your shimmers, your brush to get your shimmers to be more pow in the Alter Ego palette. So I definitely recommend that as well if it's not in your budget. But this one is a very nice palette. I do love it. So, and lastly, another Natasha Denona palette. This one is the Mini Retro palette. Holy cow, I am obsessed with this little palette. Like, I have to stop myself from using this palette every day because I kind of want to. But I get so bored of the same, like, I don't get bored of the same pinky peach shade kind of look, but I feel like other people would. So that's why I just kind of try and stay away with it. I'm like, I don't want to do the same eyeshadow look every day, but I kind of do with this palette. It's just so nice. I love it. I didn't think I was going to love it, and so I hesitated a very long time to buy this one, but I'm really glad I did. I feel like it's different. It's very unique, even though it's pinks, you know? I don't know. It made me, I'm not even a pink person. I don't like pink eyeshadow, but I like this pinky peach eyeshadow. I haven't used the green shades yet, but I love a good green. I just, you know, usually when I think of greens, I think of my Huda Khaki Haze. This one is another one. I love this one. When I do greens, I think about this one. I don't know why I don't think about this one, but I love this one. So I almost forgot to mention this one. I love this one, but I feel like Huda Beauty is very hit and miss for a lot of people. Some people love it, some people hate it, and some people love their big ones, her big palettes. Some people hate her big palettes and love her little ones. I much prefer her little ones. In my opinion, in my experience, I love her little ones far more than her big ones. But, you know, some people really love her big ones and don't love her little ones. And I don't know what it is because, I don't know. I think it's the color stories. I don't like the large color stories. I feel like they're too similar. Like there's not a lot of variation. Like a lot of the looks, you know, you have a 20 pan palette, whatever, but you're going to get the same like 3 to 4 looks out of it. Versus this one, even though it's only like, what, 9 shades, I'm still going to be able to get like the same 5 to 6, you know. I feel like I'll get more out of this one than I will her big ones, because her big ones, I don't know, they just overlap, or the shades are too similar. They seem a little redundant. So, I don't know. I definitely love her little ones so much more. I love her formula. I don't know why other people don't like her. Or like her formula. I'm sorry, they love her. They don't like her formula as much, but I love her formula. I think it's so good. I love it and recommend it. Double thumbs up. Now we get into the portion of the video where I go over my wish list. So let me just go ahead and pull up my notes. I'm kind of like debating a few things. So anyways, let's go ahead and start with hair care because that's the first thing that came up on my wish list. So I love the Moroccan oil, the actual Moroccan oil, the Moroccan oil treatment. I'm like saying Moroccan oil a million times. I love it for the ends of my hair. I just like, I don't have it right now, but I'm all out and I would like to buy it because it leaves the nicest fragrance in my hair. The fragrance lasts for like 2 days on me. So I just put it at my like mid to ends, and it just like, every time I put my hair up or I put my hair down and all that stuff, I get like a nice little breeze and whiff of it. And I love it. And honestly, I just feel like it makes my hair like nice and soft and silky. And I love it, but mostly for the scent. But it's worth it. And that is $44. And it lasts me like, I don't know, like 8 months. So it's totally worth it in my opinion. I'm going to go ahead and try also for Moroccan oil, the Intense Hydrating Mask. I not recently, but previously had done a balayage and my hair was like really long, almost like 2 feet long and stuff. And I did a balayage and I kept getting it balayage. I kept getting it lightened because I couldn't get to like the platinum level that I wanted, but I kept trying with my stylist and we ended up frying off my hair completely. So what I did was I chopped it off and I dyed my hair dark again, my natural hair color. So that's what it is right now, and that's kind of why I went dark. But anyways, I still feel like my hair is still craving some hydration. So I want to try the Intense Hydrating Mask and hopefully just apply it in the shower at my ends. That's just all that needs it. The rest of my hair is pretty healthy. My hair is actually like, I don't know, when I keep it dark, it's super, super healthy. Like even though I just dyed over bleach, like now my hair feels like 10 times better. Like obviously like some ends still need a little bit of help, but it's like as soon as I go dark, my hair is like, okay, cool, awesome. Hydration. It's like, but you're still bleach underneath. How are you? I don't know how hair works, but that's at least how my hair works, which I thought was really, really weird. Even though I chopped most of the burntness off or the friedness off, but I still have a little bit of the damage, but it does not feel anywhere close to what it did. So I don't know, it's just a little bit confusing for me, but I'm hoping that this hair mask will help. And it's very, very expensive. It is $38 for 8.5 ounces. But I'm hoping I'm just going to use it like at the very ends and just like a little bit until like I feel like my hair is healthier, that we can trim off the ends and it'll be good. Next up is the It Cosmetics Your Skin But Better Foundation Plus Skincare. I've been hearing so many things from people just saying about this foundation. I know that, oh my gosh, what is her name? I just forgot. Like, what is her name? I just forgot her name. Oh my gosh. I know, oh my gosh, I'm so spacing right now. Where did my stuff go? There is a girl named Leanne here on, I know Leanne, and oh my gosh, the Casey girl, Casey Holmes. Yeah, they both rave about how amazing this foundation is. So I want to go ahead and try it. They just say it's so, so nice, and they both have oily skin like me, oily combo. I have an oily T-zone and like a dry around my mouth. So they both have similar skin to mine. So I really, really hope that I'll like it. So I'm going to go ahead and buy that. I'm going to buy the Huda Beauty Brown Obsessions. She just came out with a browns line. And I want to get the shade Chocolate. Go ahead and that is going to be $29. The It Cosmetics Foundation was $39.50, which is pretty pricey, but I hope it's good. I've heard good things. The Huda Beauty, again, I love Huda Beauty's 9-pen palette, so I will be picking up the Brown Obsessions eyeshadow palette in the shade Chocolate. Chocolate and I think caramel are the ones that kind of appeal to me the most, but I'm just going to pick up Chocolate. I'm kind of just cutting back on overbuying stuff. And then the next item I'm thinking about buying is the Bare Minerals Gen Nude Bronzer Blush and Bronzer in the shade Medium. It's $25. I love Bare Mineral blushes. They're some of my favorite. I don't even know what about them. I think like the tones that they get, the formulas are so soft. They're so blendable. Like the undertones are perfect for my skin type. I don't really think it's going to be a good like blush and bronzer shade. I think it's just going to be a really good blush shade for me, which I'm okay with. I think it's just like one of those gimmicky strategy thingies, but you know, whatever. I'm cool with that. As long as I love the blush tone, I'm fine. I mean, I don't really care about the 2-in-1. I'm still going to use bronzer. I'll just use that as a blush. And then I'm going to go ahead and I think I'm going to pick this up. The Charlotte Tilbury Mini Pillow Talk Lashes Volumizing and Lengthening Mascara. The mini is $15. I don't buy the full-size mascaras from high-end brands anymore. I buy the mini, and if I like it, I'll buy the full size. I'm just tired of being disappointed by high-end brands, so that's just my new rule now. If I want to try something, I will buy it in the mini first. Next up, I'm finally going to give in and buy the Rare Beauty by Selena. When she first came out, I bought everything but the Liquid Luminizer Highlight, because I thought it wouldn't be something that I would enjoy, but I've just heard so many things that, like, if you don't like this, this, and this, and this, you're going to love this no matter what. This is just, like, I feel like her highlight, I feel like I've heard almost, like, a consistent everyone loves. So I'm going to go ahead and pick that one up, even though I hated her liquid blushes. They were way too pigmented. The undertones were kind of weird. Not my favorite. I don't know. It's so hard to blend out. I don't know. I didn't personally like it myself, but other people seem to have loved her formula It's just not for me though. But this liquid luminizer, I've just heard so many good things. So I'm going to go ahead and pick it up. And that is going to be $22. This one's a hard one. So I have been eyeballing this Gucci Soleil Bronzing Powder forever. It's $62. It is so beautiful. I freaking love it. I want it so bad. I would pick it up in the shade 2. But it's between this one and the new Patrick Ta Duo Bronzer. Like the one that looks like the blush that I had. Where'd it go? But he came out with a new bronzer shade. So that's kind of what I'm like debating, either the Gucci or the Patrick Ta one. So I don't know, guys. The Patrick Ta one is $38 and then the Gucci one is $62. It's just so painful. And part of me, so I was wanting to get some of the new Tower 28 blushes, the cream blushes. But I talked myself out of it for the Bare Minerals one because I love Bare Minerals and I'm so obsessed. Part of me still wants to get one of those Tower 28 blushes. I don't know what shade though because I want like 3 of them because they're all so pretty. There's like 3 shades that I really want, but I feel like I should just buy one, see how I like it, kind of see, you know, if it's worth the hype, and then, you know, if I like the other shades, maybe later on purchase the other shades that I wanted. But I'm just like, I don't know. And that bronzer, it's a lot of money for a bronzer, but I think that's it. I also had the Laneige Glowy Makeup Serum, but I know recently I purchased the Milani, where is it at? Of course it's underneath everything. I purchased this Milani Peach Glass Primer. I tried it once and I can't remember what I thought about it, but I don't really... I want to get into more glowy primers, but I don't see myself really going for that because every time I want a glowy, like, makeup look, I go for a glowy foundation. I don't always need a glowy primer as well. Like, I like the Wet n Wild Dewy Foundation, so when I want a glowy, dewy look, that's kind of what I get. So I don't think I need the Laneige Glowy Serum, Makeup Serum. It's basically a primer. Like, as much as I wanted it because Smoky Glow recommended it and she loves it, and it's just like, but she's like a more of a dry normal skin type and I'm like an oily. Do I really need the more glow? So I don't know. It's $32. I thought it was a little expensive, so I'm like, yeah, I'm probably not gonna, you know, end up getting it. So yeah, I don't know. I'll let you guys know at the end what I end up buying, and I will do a haul video for you guys. But that is it for today. That is everything that, you know, I recommend and everything that I want for this time. But once I get it in, once I decide what I really want, I will let you guys know what I end up buying and maybe do like a full face of new Sephora makeup. That would be awesome. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next one. Oh, and let me know in the comments below what you guys are going to be picking up this sale. And if you don't want to pick anything up, that is totally okay. They have these sales twice a year. You know, maybe next time. Love you guys. Bye.